Hey everybody. First off, I'd like to start the show by thanking Tide We for paying for the show. They just sent me a gift out of the blue. They sent me a pair of insulated 400-gram boots, and they said that's for hunting late season. Are they thinking I ain't gonna get anything early season? Is that a hint? You know, you hear a lot of people brag about having gone to a great college or coming from money or other things that have been handed to them. Maybe even hunting. Maybe they got inherited a great farm to hunt on. I never got anything easy. I've worked hard for everything I've earned in my life. I came from humble beginnings, and I had nothing, and I crawled my way to where I am now. And actually, it might sound weird, but I'd prefer taking that dirt road rather than that highway. I'd prefer working a field than running some business in the city. That's just me. It's kind of like a badge of honor. I don't think all people get that. A lot of people are looking for that easy road, especially nowadays. But I come from a time when it was an honor to earn what you got. And I think that carries over into my hunting. I have days out there that I usually don't show a lot. And lately I have been, because I think they get good messages across. But I have days out there that would humble men half my age. But I go out and I give her. And you don't see a lot of that on these videos and stuff. Because, you know, I've got outfitters call me up, offer me free hunts, offer to give me a position after a great buck they got on their farm. And all I can think is, you're going to put me on that buck? What about all those paying clients, and you want to do this for me for free? I think that guy who worked 3 summers to pay for this trip deserves it more than I do. Now I'm just happy to be out chasing these bucks. Don't have to kill them. Don't even have to see them. I'm just having fun living the dream. And that's the honest truth. I'm in awe every time I get settled in a tree stand and look out over a giant marsh or at a beautiful sunset, and I'm just loving it. And the harder I gotta work for a hunt, the more I feel satisfied. It's like the Boy Scout putting his little badge on that he earned his tree planting today or whatever. Well, I earned my trips out in these marshes and swamps, and I might not be able to do what I did when I was younger, but I'm loving it. Bad bout of pneumonia screwed up my lungs about, well, geez, that's got to be 20 years ago now. But I have a hard time breathing. I don't know if any of you have noticed that, especially when I get a good workout. I don't get as much oxygen because of that lung problem. But I still give her. I still push her. Got bad knees. Might be bad, but they still work. You just put one foot in front of the other and you just keep going. Thought I'd take you along on one of my hunts from a few days ago where I earned that badge.
But going across this mainland, I noticed that when the cattails froze and had ice on them and snow blocking the trails, that the mainland really fired up. And this is no exception over here. There wasn't a lot of deer activity over here, but this is the next dry land from that island we're going to. And this is where I dive into the water. And man, are there the big buck tracks and scrapes out here. And there's scrapes all along here. And right there I can see some really big rubs, real high up. I mean, those are chest high. Some of the highest rubs I've seen this year, so it's obviously the target bucks I'm hunting back there. But if you look, this sign is all a few days old. which means they're back in that swamp. That's what I'm saying. But you can see that the hunting activity's picked up here too over the weekend. Whole bunch of human tracks and stuff out here. People are seeing that sign and going after it. And who knows, maybe some of them are even getting lucky. But I have to think that getting back there is going to get me into some good action. It's time to get back there and hopefully get it done. Delicate area, I got to walk through. Bedding areas to the right of me, bedding areas to the left of me, and I got to walk through with the wind blowing straight. I'm sure a few deer will get some scent of me. But hopefully getting in there midday and getting set up and letting it settle down will work. There's wedgies on the ground, mud that fell out of their toes, poop, more poop, and this goes straight back to that island. But look at these rubs, holy crap. Look at that. Chest high. Chest high in those rubs, holy cow. And to reach through over all this stuff to rub that, that's a big buck. I've been waiting for the right wind, right day, right time to go into this place that was really, really remote. And the time was right. I had a day off, the wind was right, the timing was right. I felt good about it. Now I had gone out to this particular spot in the past, and there's some deer trails you can take to get back there. But one thing about this year is in this area we've experienced a lot of flooding, a lot of high waters. And when I got back there, those deer trails weren't there anymore. They're kind of grown in. And I had to push a trail, which was unexpected. And I mean, it's a long ways through those cattails and phragmites and this is a nightmare accessing this. I gotta go slow so I don't overheat. But I gotta bust the trail through this. The trail from last year's completely grown in for some reason. So I'm actually busting the trail as we go, and I gotta go, man, at least another over a quarter mile. Man, this is nasty, but I gotta keep moving. Just gotta take little breathers because I need to get there midday. You can't even see through them. You have to use a compass. You can't see where you're going because you sink into the water and they're 3-4 feet over your head. So that was concerning because I'm going out someplace and I'm going to stay there till it's dark and have to come back through this stuff. You know, and I'm putting legs through. I'm already soaked. My boots are full. But I take that as a challenge. I take that as, oh yeah, that's all you got. Bring it. And no matter what I gotta face, I face it. Kind of like those bullies in high school. They might have looked huge. They might look like they're gonna kill you. But are you gonna run in fear your whole life, or are you gonna stand up and face them? Well, for me, this is what hunting's about. It's about the challenge, about proving I can still do this. I can go out there and I can get it done. Navigation is taking me a lot longer to get back here than I thought it would. It's really grown in. The water's really deep. And I'm overheating. I gotta keep taking breaks. Swallowing a lot of cattail too. They can't bed in this stuff. There's water everywhere. They have to be bedding around that island. We're probably gonna kick deer out of there getting in. Hopefully they come back. Whew. Just gotta keep catching my breath. Whew. Remember when I was young and I used to be able to do this in a non-stop walk. My lungs can't take it no more. That little walk through the swamp was a lot more than expected. It took me a couple hours. So I was probably
racing a little too much. I let my guard down and tried to push it a little faster to get to my tree.
Adventure from hell. I've got to the island. It took me a couple hours to get back through all the cattails and water. And you ain't gonna believe this. I get to the island, I get 50 feet from the tree, and I get tangled up in some brush, and when I pop out, my bowstring got stuck on a limb and popped off the cams. Look at this. Now I gotta sit here and try and get it restrung somehow. I can't leave. Oh, I gotta get up this tree and I gotta get this bow strung. Oh my God. I'm gonna puke if I have to turn around and walk back.
I couldn't fathom turning around and going back.
The crap we go through for deer. Holy crap. I spent all morning trying to get out here, and my bow gets caught on some brush at the tree stand. I mean, 50 yards from the tree stand, not even, more like 20 yards from the tree stand. I'm just coming out of the brush, and something catches my bowstring and pops it off of my bow, my compound bow. I mean, it took hours to get out here. I'm soaked and dead, and I couldn't even fathom turning around after getting my scent all over out here and everything else. I took the bow and I went down to a tree that had a notch in it like this, and I got the bow in there and I worked at it and worked at it and worked at it, and it took me about 20 minutes, but I got it strung. But my peep turned sideways and it's not in there right, so I'm gonna leave it how it is, because I think if I try to turn that peep, I'm just going to blow the string back off, and that is not an option.
So I just decided to try and limit my shots to 10 yards, and I'd live without the peep.
So hopefully we get some entertainment today. I don't know how bad I boogered it getting in here. I'm sure some deer winded me. I can see some really good rubs right down the hill here. Right down there. And those rubs are on a trail that comes right down around the backside of me. The main trail comes out of there, works that scrape, goes straight across, and one splits down there and one splits down here. This is public land, and anybody with a few screws loose could do this. Crazy. I hope we're rewarded for our work. But odds are we'll take the long march through the water a couple hours back that way, home without a deer. But we'll see. I sure hope to God the bow shoots straight. It should. I don't think I bent anything or anything getting it strung. And the shots should be point blank, so.
You know, there's a lot of guys who'd get angry at a hunt like this. They'd get mad at that trip back there. They'd get mad at their bow failing on them. They'd get mad at this, mad at that. They'd storm out of the woods and they wouldn't come back for a week. Man, I'm just happy to be out there. Bring what may. I'll take it. I would so much rather be out there and have my bow blow up, my ankle get twisted, and have to crawl out of that swamp than to be sitting in a wheelchair staring out a window wishing I could be out there. Or dying of cancer thinking I might never have another day to hunt. Every day I hunt, I think to myself, and I look at the stars and I say, I sure hope this ain't my last. Just give me one more day. One more moment. One more sunrise, one more sunset. I don't ask God to give me a buck. I ask him to just give me one more day. One more minus 20 day shivering in a tree stand. That's what I live for. It's a different perspective. I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoyed every part of bringing you along on that hunt. See ya.
Well, I made it out alive, but I'm in the jungle. I'm about a quarter of the way back, trying to catch my breath. But this is the stuff I'm going through. You can't see nothing. This stuff is, you know, probably 13, 14 feet high. It's, and I'm in a foot of water. Long night, and I didn't see one deer. Not a one. I'm thinking I spooked them all going in. I don't know.
So what do you think that turkey weighs?
The one you shot?
Yeah.
Probably about 7.5 pounds.
Yeah, pounds.
7.5 pounds, maybe 8.
More like 57.5.
You're probably not really all that heavy, probably like in the 20-pound range or 20, 22 pounds. They had a hard winter, you know. He's actually a lot lighter than what you'd expect for a bird that with spurs that big and such.
Dude, you just rolled through that stop sign.
The signs with the white border are optional.
Really?
Really?
Gee, I didn't
If a
learn that
stop
in
sign has
driving
a white
school.
border, they're optional.
I didn't learn that in driving school.
Well, I did.
Wow. That's awesome. I'll keep doing that.